Well, there you go, Britannic. That was your punishment for not sinking correctly. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are back with Floating Sandbox, and there have been a few updates to the game that include rotting, new ships, and lighting, and a ton of other stuff. So yeah guys, let's get into the video. So as you can see in front of me, we have the Titanic, and you can actually see that there are now lights on board the ship. Now they do have the original version of the Titanic that we played with like a few episodes ago, but we're going to be syncing this one. But first, we're going to bring the daytime to nighttime, and then we're going to start syncing it for some pure realism. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So let's just cut a gash, or a nice cut right through the side of the ship here. And there we go, the ship is now sinking. Now as you can see, or what you can't see, is the water. It's really difficult to see at night, but you can adjust those in the settings. But for now, we're not going to do that. We're just going to see the ship sink and see how the lights are affected by the water. Alright, so I'm guessing water is pouring over another bulkhead because I can hear the sound of rushing water. And the bow is flooding. Okay, so things are going to start ramping up here. Yeah, things are starting to stress a bit. There's a little bit of stress noise, but nothing huge. Alright, water is now pouring over another bulkhead. I think this is boiler room 3 it's flooding into now. Okay, the propellers are out of the water. The boat deck is going. There it goes. It is splitting in half. Oh, wow. Yep, there goes some lights, and there goes the entire bow portion of lights, and there goes the stern. That is pretty neat, because survivors did say that they saw the lights burning after the breakup, and then they went out. But, yeah, it just did it there, so it might have just split in front of the engine room, and then when water poured in, it killed the lights. But there we go, the bow is going under. Now, I don't know if the double bottom is connected or not. It doesn't look like it is. Well, yep, no, it's not. So the ship is barely connected. Yeah, now the stern is free from the bow. That is a pretty severe break. I mean, this section is just holding on by the A deck and boat deck area. Wow, this is actually surprising. The water is really not causing too much of a list on the stern at the moment. And as I say that, the stern is now coming out of the water. Wow, alright. It is taking its time, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, now it's going. The water's about to reach C deck, I believe. No, that is actually B deck. My bad. Alright, water is pouring onto what's left of B deck there. Alright, water is now on A deck, and it is going quickly now. There it goes. The stern is going into the air. There's probably passengers holding on for dear life as it is going under. And it's going over vertical. It's going past 90 degrees, and yeah, rip the passengers on that. The flagpole is the only thing that remains now, and it is gone. Alright, let's check out another ship, and I think we're going to go for the Britannic, because I've been waiting to play this for a while. Alright, so here is the Britannic. Now, the Britannic did not break in half like Titanic, but it did sink, and we're actually going to use explosives. Now, I saw this in Spamble's video. If you haven't seen it, check it out, because it is pretty cool. He showcases the Britannic in this game, and he does a pretty fantastic job of sinking it. And today, we're going to try to sink it as accurately as possible. Now, as you can see, I have the bomb tool, and we're just going to place it right there. So, we're going to detonate it by clicking D. Bam! Now, you may be surprised, or maybe underwhelmed by that size of detonation, because I did change the size of the blast radius, so it isn't like a giant explosion that rips the bow off. So, it's kind of realistic here. So as you can see, water is flooding into that forward compartment. Now, I don't know if the impact of the mine actually destroyed 2 compartments, but in this case, we're going to be showing it destroying 1. Now, this is still not totally accurate, because mainly this is a 2D game, and secondly, the watertight doors have not been opened, and when the ship was floating along fine before it hit the mine, the watertight doors were open, and in this case, they're closed. So I'm going to use a slice tool, and I'm just going to cut a small little cut right between the compartments. And this will basically simulate as if water was flooding into multiple compartments. So there we go. Alright, so now we've got water flooding into 4 compartments, including the impact compartment, and this one should actually be flooding here. So right now, Britannic looks fine. I mean, there's barely a list. Alright, water is now starting to spill over into the next compartment here, and I think that the ship is going to start sinking really quick now. Oh, and now the water's starting to spill over into this compartment. Okay, yeah, things are starting to speed up quite quickly now. Lifeboats are being launched into the water unauthorized, and they are getting swept into the propellers and being chopped up. And this is how a lot of people did die on the ship. They didn't really die on the ship. They died in the lifeboats trying to get away from the ship, and they got sucked into the propellers. Terrible death. Alright, water is now flooding onto the well deck and bow, and things are going a lot quicker than they were before, because there's so many more entryways into the ship that have just been opened up for water. Around this time, the ship is completely stopped because there's really no use. The ship is going down. There's no way to save it. Ooh, wow, the ship is really creaking, and you can see the propellers are going quickly out of the water. The stern is going quickly out of the water, I should say. And, uh-oh. Oh, God. We might actually see the ship split in 2. Yep, there we go. And it is split. Well, there you go, Britannic. That was your punishment for not sinking correctly. Alright, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment, and I'll see y'all next time, guys. Goodbye.